What unfinished business do you have that's actually driving your chronic illnesses? If you've been walking around with unprocessed trauma, if you have reproductive health, chronic reproductive health issues, painful periods, heavy periods, irregular periods, if you're dealing with, high blood pressure, diabetes, whatever the circumstance or whatever the disease is, whatever the chronicity is, I want you to just take a moment to consider outside of maybe what you've been eating, maybe what has been passed down to you. Some of this can be caused and created by trauma, unresolved trauma in the body, unresolved experiences that you did not process. You developed defenses for ways of coping, and these particular defenses have now become blockages, right? You're now stuck in paradigms of how you've always been, how you've always responded, how you've always reacted to circumstances, that now the options for getting better are coming to you, or the need to get better is coming to you. But out of safety, you rely on what you've always known, you've always done, and that is what's triggering the circumstances for your illness to thrive. And so becoming aware of how these cycles begin or how they can proliferate and get out of control is so crucial to this step. So there's levels of awareness to this. You may just think that you're going through the day, and oftentimes we're going through the day haphazardly. We're not engaged. When a person comes to a point where they're ready to do the healing work, they are ready to face the new layers of awareness that's happening. So it's really starting to take account, take stock of what you're doing and why you're doing it, and recognizing patterns and habits and cycles that are not serving you. What do I mean by cycles and patterns that are not serving you? Have you ever noticed that you're in a circumstance that makes you feel uncomfortable, or your boundaries, you yourself have allowed people to cross over your boundaries, then all of a sudden you start to pander to other people? You're giving them compliments, you want to extend yourself, you want to help them. Understanding that this is a way for you to cope with your issues, cope with your trauma, right? So the issue that you have is that you don't have healthy boundaries. And one of the ways you cope with that is by pandering to other people. When you learn about levels of awareness and you're able to recognize when the situation comes up and how you are responding, and take note of these moments so that you can stop them. These are the levels of healing that we're talking about. This is how we get to the branches and the roots of the issue, so that you can have a full-on experience of working through a problem, and not just something very superficial that allows you to maybe write a thought or a memorandum to the self, but really do a deep dive into who you are and understanding all of the defense mechanisms that are now keeping you a prisoner within yourself. I'm not expecting you to know what to do. I'm not expecting you to understand how to use all the tools. That is the exact reason as to why I created this community, because it allows you, it affords you the time, the opportunity, and the space to be able to explore and understand what your issues are, and have guidance and have support, have the tools, have the people at your fingertips to be able to help you navigate this aspect of your journey. And you can do this, you can join us by clicking on the link and going to the website to be able to find out what exactly I have in the community that would be beneficial for you on this leg of your journey.